Okay, three, two, one. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, and or good evening, wherever you're at in the U.S. and around the world. Welcome to Baseball Outside the Box. I'm your host, Pete Caliendo. Thanks for joining us. Yes, Happy New Year, everybody in the U.S. and around the world. I know Happy New Year was at different times, but we hope that 2022 is going to be a fabulous one for all of you all over the world. We wish you and God bless you the best. And we thank you if you're joining us live on Facebook tonight. We are going to be in Czech Republic. That's why I said tonight. I am in Chicago, Illinois, and it's still daytime here, but we're getting a little bit of snow. And don't forget, go to baseballoutsidethebox.com for the audio. Check out baseballoutsidethebox.com. Also, ESPN Honolulu. Hey, Happy New Year to you. And thank you for having our podcast on your website. We appreciate it. Don't forget, also live Twitter and YouTube. Peter Caliendo, Baseball Outside the Box. Check us out. And we're going to get started. I'll tell you what, we are heading back to the Czech Republic. We've had several coaches on from the Czech Republic, but let me tell you, we got the master on today, the master of disaster. He is one of the best in the business, Pavel Chadim. And I was practicing his last name. I've known Pavel a long time. He has been with Czech Republic a long time, but he is the national team coach for the senior level. And let me tell you, he's updated, he's outstanding, and he's got a lot of energy, a lot more than I do. So let me welcome my good friend and Happy New Year to Pavel from the Czech Republic. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Happy New Year from Czech Republic to everybody. Hi, Peter.
Yes. Isn't it great? You're working on New Year's, and I'm working on New Year's.
Yes, great day.
That's the only way to make baseball better, right? Work every day, all the time, because it's a passion for you and it's a passion for me.
We will see in a year if it will be the best start. We will see.
Yes. Well, listen, Czech Republic has a great reputation because you guys have done a really good job all over the world, internationally in competition. But let's go back a little bit. Tell us about the history of baseball in the Czech Republic. I know it started some 50 years ago. Kind of give us that little history and then an update of where we're at in the last 20 years.
Thank you, Peter. Hope we will be better in future, and we are still on start. But we can see that our progress is on the road. We started 15 years ago with a really development program. We in Czech Republic 15 years ago was 2,000 baseball players. Now we have 10,000 baseball players. We have more than 50 clubs, and minimum half of them really work with young talents. And it was the key. We started with let's say development all Czech Republic, and last 7-8 years we start with specific programs, especially for pitching and catching.
All right, we're going to talk about the 7-8 years that you're doing the program, but let me stay with the past still, because you know what's interesting. I mean, this is fantastic. 10,000 players. 50 clubs, it took a lot of time to get to that level. What are some of the things that you guys did in the past or now that are the reasons why the game is growing and more players are playing?
Peter, it's not easy. It's not easy question. I try from my side. When I started do some changes, we had just 3 youth categories: juveniles, cadets, and juniors. First step was we changed it to 2 years categories. 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. It was first step. But now it's not easy to imagine. We have 11 youth categories. We have under 6, under 7. Now we have every year categories, like in other sports. Yeah, we just copy other sports. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. After 2 years category 15, and 3 years category 18 and under 21.
So you have a group of kids that are only 6 years old, only 7 years old, only 8 years old. Each one is a teen.
Yes. like all Czech Republic system league is from 7. But in regions, we have 5 Little League regions. We copy a lot of things from Little League 2. We have 5 Little Leagues regions, and there we are playing under 5 and under 6. But it's a special types of baseball. You know, it's a handy ball, like 5 names of small ball.
Yeah, but you bring up a very important point. Okay, you said small ball, different type of names for young kids, what they play. I think that's important because baseball can be boring at very young age, at 6 to 8 to 9, 10. If you don't have something different, they're going to find something else to play. So talk about the type of games that you do with young kids.
You have to see what is interesting for young, like you said, for young. And we change fields, we change balls, we change bats. We use Japan style with let's say two bases on field. We had something from Cuba. One time it was very interesting. I came from Japan, and my friend Tomáš Ovesný came from Cuba, and we said, oh, I have something great. And he said, I have something great. And we spoke about handball. Same. He had from Cuba, from street. I have from special school program from Japan. Same thing. All the like you like international all world baseball.
But I like that because I want people to keep hearing that, you know, every country learns from other countries, and you know, you also develop your own things that you think will help your kids. You guys are growing the game all the time, so I think that it's very important. You're doing a great job. Is there anything else, like when you're trying to get players to play baseball, do you go to the schools? How do you get them to come play the game of baseball?
It's the hardest thing. And we have now programs, like every club has 3 or 5 schools around the field. And we have school competition from throwing ball, and we want to find the best guy who can throw. Like we have javelin pass in Czech Republic, and our goal is find new Jan Železný. But we want baseball players. But we can say we want a new Jan Železný Olympic winner.
Yeah, because the javelin throwing, very similar. Yeah, I'm sure there's some training. What do you do with players if a player is 9 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's stronger, he's bigger, he's more athletic, because
Mm-hmm.
you know, 9-year-olds, depends when they're born, depends on their biological, you know, body. Mm-hmm. What happens if they're really good? Do they play up by an age, or vice, or what happens if they're not ready? Do they play down one age?
You have to be patient, and the players have enjoyed the game. It's the first biggest rule. Enjoy the game. And if he's enjoying a game under 8, he will play with them. Under 9, we will play with them. First is enjoy the game until 10 years. Let's say enjoy, and we can find some competition, maybe agility competition, maybe throwing competition, maybe home run competition. Enjoy.
What else do you do to promote the game? How do you promote the game in the Czech Republic? You go to the schools, you show them the game. Is there anything else that promotes the act?
One work. Do you hear me or no?
Yes. Yeah.
One job is from us, let's say from coaches and from clubs and from down. But for promotion of the game, you need big games. You need national team success. You need extra league success. You need color from your town. Now we have in Brno black colored Raci, we have red color Technica, we have blue color Hiroshi. Let's say they have to see the gods from them, the best players. Yeah, this is promotion. And old baseball clubs and extra league and association have to promote with baseball too. Olympic games help us a lot. Yeah, softball, baseball together. We are a little bit lucky in Brno because soccer is not successful enough here. They play second league. That's good for us. But every city, every town has different conditions, and you have to find. In Czech Republic is very successful. 4,000 town Hluboká, 4,000 people, Hluboká, and they are now fourth in extra league. They have maybe top 5 or top 6 best development program. That's up to people. It's not just about like this system is the best. You know? Let's say half of system is for everybody, but half of system you have to find your way in your region, in your town.
Love it, folks. If you're on Facebook, we appreciate it. If you got a question for Pavel, he's the national team coach for the Czech Republic. That's the senior team, but he's been involved in a lot of programs there. He's also been in the coaching programs. We're going to get into the coaches. Pavel, the other thing in Czech Republic, I mean, you've got players, kids play other sports because you got hockey, soccer, you got handball, you got a lot of different sports. That has to help baseball also when a young player is playing several sports.
Multi-athlete, let's say, strategy is the best, yes, but day has 24 hours, so week has 7 days.
So you're competing against soccer and other sports.
When I was young, I was in Sokol. It's like let's say for athletes for everything, and me especially like do baseball, let's say 1 or 2 times per week until 10. Don't be fast, but 1 or 2 times per week go somewhere. I don't want to say soccer, ice hockey, but something let's say multi-sport education. Yeah, and we have in Czech Republic Sokol. It's more than 100 years history of working with your body.
Working with the whole body.
Whole body, yes.
Wow, so that'd be like swimming, where you're using the whole body.
Gymnastics. You have scouts there in US. Scouts.
Yes. Yeah, scouts, professional scouts.
Yeah, no. It's not like baseball scouts. It's like
talent scouts.
Yes. Like doing everything, especially gymnastics.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. I want the audience to know a little bit about you also. You started as a player. Give you a little history of how you got to the level of being national team coach for the senior national team, because you've done a lot in Czech Republic.
It's a long story. I started with tennis when I was 6 years old, and I played 10 years tennis after baseball. Yes. I start when I was from now I was very old. I was 15, 16 years old, and I started with baseball. But it was good time for me because communism was here and nobody can play baseball. And I was very, very fast successful. I played for junior national team when I was 18. I was lucky, and I was pitcher, but just 80 miles per hour, nothing. From now, it's nothing.
It's not right.
It's nothing. I was so slow.
How did you get into coaching? Did you know you were going to coach? Did you want to coach? Or did somebody kind of tell you, listen, Pavel, you would do very well after playing. You would be a very good coach. Did somebody help you?
a lot of people helped me. But I think my decision was like nature. It wasn't like, oh, it's good, I will do it. No, it was like nature. I saw a lot of young athletes around me, and I wanted to help them. I wanted to give them something what I have from good coaches, but it wasn't good coach taught me. I had around me so many good coaches, Jim Jones, Jeff Samuels, Stan Luketic,
Yeah.
you, lot of guys around us, and it was 2 weeks ago. Jim Jones was here, and he was amazing, and he is still amazing. He's unbelievable guy. He started here. He was one of the biggest stones in our start, let's say 30 years ago.
Yeah, and I want to give out a special shout out to Jim Jones. He was the president of ISG, now a board member with ISG, a great college coach, great friend, and he was just inducted into your Hall of Fame, which is a great honor because you're right. He's done so much for the Czech Republic baseball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable boy, a guy.
I agree. So, as a matter of fact, we will dedicate this show to Jim Jones. I'll make sure he gets a copy of it. Pavel, the other thing I'm interested in, and before we get into the coaching part too, a lot of things that you learned when you played from your coaches, you're using some of those ideas and techniques. And I'm talking about the Czech Republic coaches, not the American coaches, but the Czech Republic coaches. And now you're merging them with some new ideas, because there's a lot of great stuff that comes out of the old ideas and I'm not talking only baseball, but in general, sports training in the Czech Republic, before it became its own country. There's got to be a lot of things you learned that you use now.
I think everybody are doing same thing what I'm doing. I think you are doing same. Listen, see, and try what worked with you, what worked when you was coach, younger coach, and use what everywhere is working. One guy I forgot, Bill Holmberg, he helped us a lot with young pitchers. Unbelievable throwing program, med ball program, yeah, so many things. And Peter, you are a great coach. You try something, maybe you believe a lot, but you don't see the results and you change it. Other side, you don't believe, oh, no, and it works, and you will use it next year. It's everyday working.
Yeah, let's give another shout out. Rest in peace, our good friend Bill Holmberg. I know you and I have known him a long time. I've known him over 40 years. He was like a brother. He's done a lot for baseball all over the world. The other thing is, you and I met in Tenerife just recently, about a month ago. We were there together. It was great to see you. I got a chance to see a lot of some of the Czech Republic players, some of the 18 and under players, which I thought were outstanding players, great kids. What about the coaching mentality? Again, 30 years ago in the Czech Republic, and the changes in the coaching mentality. Were coaches tougher back then, and now they've had to change a little bit with the times, or how is that working with the coaches?
You mean with young coaches or all coaches?
I think with all coaches, because maybe in the old days, the coaches might have been more firm, more harder, tougher. You do it this way. Now it's more like you ask more questions and then you help also. Is that similar in Czech Republic?
Great question. Coach Tichonov from ice hockey from Moscow.
Yep.
I think he's good example.
Yeah.
Big success, unbelievable history, everything, but now nobody respect him. No, let's say new world don't respect him enough, And I think that 30 years ago, a lot of coaches were little Tichonovs. Little Tichonovs, little bit. I don't want to say so hard and so Baza and one mount brainwashing, but I think that 30 years ago it was like you thought, like you said, little bit harder than you needed. But we were very hard players, and I think that a lot of coaches, young coaches, thinking, oh, I wasn't good player, I have to be hard on my players because I know how hard I was.
Right.
And I think it's a first step, and next steps is trust. Let's say little problems, but still trust. And if you believe each other and big trust, you can be better coach, you can be on better relationships with players, and you can be better teams. But it's not easy, and it's a long way.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, folks, I just watched the Russian documentary on the Russian hockey. The many great teams they had in hockey in Russia, their training, how their coaches developed them, and it was really interesting. If you get a chance to Google that, the documentary in Russian hockey, it's interesting. It was a lot of fun to watch. Pavel, okay, now, because I'm with ISG, I'm familiar with the coaching program that, in Czech Republic. You guys went from, I don't remember the number exactly, but maybe 50 coaches at one time to over 200 coaches.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one coaching program. There's no doubt the success of Czech Republic in the last, like you said, 15 years has to be with the outstanding job you've done with the development of coaches in your country. Talk about the coaching program in your country.
I think it's a lot of things. And I don't know everything, but minimum 3 big things. First, believe. We had changed the strategy, I think 10, 15 years, because if you have all American coaches, if you have all foreigner coaches, and your Czech coaches are not developing, when they quit, you start once more. And that's why you need a lot of teams, a lot of categories, a lot of challenges for young coaches, little league, regional national teams, use cadets, junior system, and you need believe Czech or your coaches. I don't want to say Czechs, because you need coaches who are living in your country, who you are now there, and they will be there next 10 years. And it was first trust. Second was education, like you said. ISG helped us a lot. Unbelievable mountain coaches clinics. We have now 22 anniversary. 22 anniversary mountain coaches clinic. More than 150 coaches every year. Unbelievable session, and you were there. And Brainstorm were there with you. Jim Jones bring Ron Wolford, so big names there, including you. And it was second. And third, and this is maybe the most important thing, respect each other. Because if you have, let's say, 2 or 3 Tichonovs, after 10 years, maybe no coaches, because they will fight.
No players.
Nobody there. No baseball, because 2 big persons will be against. And respect, it's not easy, because if you want to be successful, you need ego. And ego is the danger. And it's a balance.
Yes, very well said. And by the way, you also continue your coaches program, because you have different programs in the Czech Republic, always educating coaches. That's important.
Nobody knows everything, and so many great smart coaches help us, and we want to change. I don't want to say change. we modificate every year, every program.
Very good. So now coaches in your country, they can learn not just once a year, but they can learn all year round.
Yes, we have some levels. We have rookie coaches level. We have coach level. We have instructor, master level. We wanna learn a lot of things around the world, and something similar has Canada education coaches, and a lot of smart and great things are all around the world. Unbelievable Korea, 40 million people, how sophisticated school system. We are not school system, we are Europe, we are club system. Yeah,
right.
But unbelievable system. Panama, 3 million people, and they have people for successful in baseball. Canada, it's a snow country.
Right.
they have snow, and they are from let's say gyms, play baseball in April or in May. How many obstacles the country around us they have, and every country has to find a way.
Yeah, and it's great because you love to see the countries that don't have a lot of people, or maybe the weather's tough, but yet they can really play the game of baseball. That shows you that they're doing something very good. I want to ask you about your players quickly. The type of players in the Czech Republic, what makes them good baseball players? Why are we getting some pretty good baseball players in the Czech Republic?
We are still on start. We spoke on Tenerife about our dream. 11 other European countries has a medal from European Championship, and we are just last European, let's say good baseball country without medal. And that's why I don't want to say that we are the best or we want to be best. Our dream is medal from European Championship. 3 big generation were unsuccessful. I was part from first. We were twice 5th, and I told myself, oh, we are close, but it's so far. But your question was about
the athletes, like there is it body types, mentality, athletic.
I think that we are not stupid players, and we can use something from, let's say, American way, and let's say self-confidence way, power way, American way, and something between drill Asia way, Japan, Taiwan, Korea way, and we can use something between some let's say European way, European smart way, and use what works with drills, with discipline, and what works with and speed, and what works with little bit arrogant power baseball from America. And maybe a lot of scouts told us that we have good bodies, but body is not everything.
Yeah, exactly. And the mental part of the game, I'm sure, is very strong. How do you guys deal with the mental part when it comes to, because players are going to fail and they have to deal with it? How do you guys teach your players to stay positive in a game where there's a lot of failure?
Now we have sports psychologists, but without him, I think that little bit good for us is that we are small country, 10 million people. We are small sport in our country, and we are small in Europe. And every time, if you are small and you can go up, it's easier. I believe that if we will win medal, we can stay on this level next few years, or minimum few years, because it will be different feeling, different psychologist problems, because show every day that you are good. Now we are, let's say, we are going up.
What's it now? You before you said 7 years, there's a program involved now in the last 7 years. What's been different the last 7 years? What's special about the last 7 years development that you've been working on?
I think the main program is a pitching and catching program. I think it's 5 years ago we started with Holmberg and with Major League International, and every country, nobody is sleeping. Nobody is sleeping.
No, they're all paying attention.
But I don't know if 1st January everybody are working. Just us.
Right. We're the only two.
Only
baseball.
And the listeners. Okay, and we did a lot of things, but like every country, a lot of things. But I think in future we will see the result of work with young pitchers. We started with 12 years old guys, and now we have data of velocity and of their development, and they are better every year plus 5 miles per hour.
Wow.
And without this program, we had average 3 miles between years. Yeah. And now they started with 60 miles in 12 years. It was 4 years ago. And now they have 80 miles after 4 years. And we really believe that after 2 years, they will have 90. But it's like we hope, we believe, and I'm sure.
Now, you don't have to tell us everything you do, but pick 1 or 2 things that you're doing with your players to help increase speed, but also staying healthy. We have physiotherapists. It's a part of the team, and he's working with corrective exercises and with core. Your core is the key. Every movement starts in core, and if you want to be healthy, you need core for connection, because this connection muscle chain means no healthy players. It means some problems somewhere. You need physiotherapists for your core. You need, let's say, body throwing exercises, and we're using med balls. It doesn't mean that you need med balls program for everybody, but it's the easiest thing for us, because it's a long history with med balls here in Czech Republic, in East Europe. But in USA too, we have photos from Pittsburgh Pirates and Cincinnati Reds like 100 years ago. Major leaguers work with med balls. Yeah, it's a long history in USA too, and that's you need for your kinetic chain. You need exercises this whole body. Yeah, that's why we use med balls and a special throwing program. These 3 parts, let's say, are basic. Yes.
And this is the key. And after, you can go with players, with physiotherapists to gym and work out more. You can use some let's say driveline program, but if you have prepare body, minimum 3 years prepare body. If you use every, let's say, miracle programs without prepare body, you are dead.
Yeah, and we've talked about that, folks, on the show many times. We said, make sure that the youngsters, or physiologically are throwing correctly, are strong enough before you start messing around with heavy balls. That's very important. That's a very good point, Pavel. The other thing is your pitchers, is there a time, or even your players, they stop doing baseball, they take off, relax, or maybe do something else like, physical activity, athleticism, strength and conditioning? Do they just stop playing baseball for a month or two?
I like 3 or 4 weeks stop.
And
It
then
doesn't mean that they are throwing after, but they are doing something for throwing. They can do med ball program. They can do corrective exercises. We need this time for change some little things what we didn't have time in season, but maximum 1 month off from some pitching activities.
What do you do in your country to control number of pitches that maybe players might pitch? Because coaches, they get excited and they want to win, so maybe they pitch the pitcher too much. Is there some way to control that in the Czech Republic?
We have pitch counts. We have pitch counts, a rule. 10 years. We have minimum 10 years. This pitch count rule. It's a funny, because when we were with Czech team on World Baseball World Series of Little League in Williamsport 2013, we met Orel Hershiser from ESPN there, and he was on our practice, and he was very happy that he can work with young athletes, because he told me it's not easy in USA. I wanted be with Americans players from Little League, and coaches doesn't like it, and this. And I said, no problem, Orel, you can do everything. I was your fan when you was in Dodgers world champion, and he was very interested in about our pitching program too, and he was surprised that we had pitch counts in 2013, because it wasn't usual everywhere in USA in this time. But after, I think USA baseball changed a lot of things.
Yes, we've had to implement that. I go back, and I'm talking to the audience that's listening. I go back to, I like pitch counts, especially at the younger age groups, but I think we were forced to do pitch counts because, unfortunately our coaches were not, watching out for young kids, how many pitches they were throwing, and they weren't being careful because it was all about winning. But remember, Pavel said, up till 10 years old, it's all about having fun and development. Then you worry later about, trying to be more game-like and competition and all that, folks. So I think, Pavel, you bring some great points up. Hey, listen, I think I know the answer to this. I want you to answer it, because my good friend Randall Arms from Mexico, he's actually an American, lives in Mexico, does a great job. He travels everywhere. He says here in Facebook, he says, Pavel, there is no other goal other than medal. But no, Pavel has many goals in the Czech Republic. Tell us about some of the goals that the Czech Republic has, whether it's competition, development, some goals that you're trying to achieve.
It's a very hard question. Okay. Medal is one goal. Second goal is medals. Third goal is medal. Okay.
Medals. At the high level, okay. That's okay.
But we have one dream too, second dream too. We want to play on Premier 12. It's like unofficial or official, I don't know exactly, world championship. And just 12 best world team from world ranking can play there. And now our ranking is 16th place. And we have big chance this year to help us to play for Premier League, because we will play World Baseball Classic qualification, and points from this competition we will hope we will play this year, because 1 year ago, because COVID, it was cancelled. Yes. It was like 2 days after really big problems in March last year in Arizona. It was cancelled, and points from World Baseball Classic qualification can help us play Premier 12 in future.
Yeah, and folks, remember also when a national team does really well in many countries, their Olympic committee gives them money. So that's why the national team program is so important. But remember, the Czech Republic has not forgotten about the young kids, because you have to have both levels. You have to have the young kids working up and then the national teams. So you got to have both, and they do a fantastic job. The other thing here is, as I think about goals, I'm sure some of the goals is maybe how about getting some players in Major League Baseball, but you also been working many years on players playing high school, college, professional baseball in the States, because you guys have that goal and you help players get to that level.
Yes, we have 7 national guys who are playing in USA. Martin Červenka is played AAA last year in New York Mets. We have great now signed with Los Angeles Angels, Vojta Menšík. Hope he will be successful in future. Viktor Večerka played for Kansas City Royals. I think we had more than 20 players in professional league and more than 20 players in college. Next year, Dan Padishak will play there. Marek Hlub. Every guys wanna play in major league in future. It's a big goal. It's like it's a special thing in our sport that we are collective sport, but major league is so strong and so big that us like coaches can use this elevator for team success.
Yeah, and when kids see that players reach that level, that gives them an ability now to work harder to get to that level. And folks, remember, I had a special show just on Tenerife, my trip to Tenerife with Pavel, the great event there, the Euro Winter League, which was the first year. We had 48 European players, 12, I believe, from the Czech Republic. We had from Spain. We had also from different countries around Europe. And, there were a lot of very good players there that were college and high school players that could play at that level. And I'll tell you, you're going to start seeing more and more. Pavel, what did we miss as we finish here? What did we miss, Czech Republic? Tell us something we don't know about Czech Republic baseball that can help other countries. What did I not ask you?
Everybody knows everything, and love the game is the key, and I think that all your listeners are from this type of people. We love the game.
Absolutely. What does Pavel do to get better every day when it comes to coaching? What do you do? How do you get better every day?
I am fanatic, and I'm thinking about baseball every day.
All the time. Matter of fact, you stop me at the elevator, and we speak for 30 minutes at the elevator.
But don't say to my wife, please.
But my buddy Randall Arms says we are a small baseball country with big goals. Well, Randall, if you're talking about the Czech Republic, let me tell you, you're going to start hearing more and more about Czech Republic baseball. Let me finish with this, Pavel. Are there any goals or any things that you're going to implement in Czech Republic baseball in the future? Maybe not doing right now, but you're looking to do. Is there something else, maybe with the league, maybe with kids, anything that you might be changing in the future?
I want to just a little correct this sentence. I know that in newspaper it was with big goals, but I said with big dreams.
I like that, big dreams.
But they change it. Maybe it's more interesting, but I didn't say it. I say big dreams. I think I don't want to change big things in Czech baseball and in Czech sport, because if you are bigger and bigger sport, you have different bad things around you, big money or big problems with maybe empires, with money in between players. I think that everything has to be step by step. And if you are not on the road all your life, if you use a lot of shortcuts, the life will kill you, or will shoot you. And I have one dream in Czech with Czech baseball, that we can be in big 5 sports in Czech Republic. But I don't think that we will need it in 5 years, 10 years, maybe after 50 years. I don't know. Yeah, but big 5, it's a good goal.
All right, fantastic. Pavel, you're awesome. Folks, I told you, Pavel's got a lot of energy. I've known him a long time, but let me tell you, not only energy, but he's a very smart guy, very bright, understands the game, knows coaching. He's very modest. He's a very modest person, but he knows the game, trust me. And we are looking forward to seeing some great things from Czech Republic baseball in the future. My friend, I want to wish you a happy new year, and I want to thank you so much for being on the show.
Good luck to everybody. Thank you, Peter. Thank you.
All right, folks, that is Pavel Chadim. Hopefully I said that right. And I want to make sure that we understand this show is dedicated to our good friend Jim Jones. Everything he has done for the Czech Republic baseball. He's in the Hall of Fame there now. Congratulations, Jim. Former president of ISG and also now board member of ISG. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Special thanks to our producer, Brian Kroc, with the Lineup Media Group. And of course, special thanks to everybody in the US and around the world. Everybody listening on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Thank you. You guys, we're in over 100 countries, and I want to thank everybody. Please continue to spread the show. Remember, Happy New Year. Have a great one. And the way you're going to have a great one, here's the way I always end it with you. Make sure you're healthy, stay safe. God bless you, and we'll see you on the next show.
Happy New Year.